I've been dating this amazing woman, Sarah, for about 8 months, and up until last weekend, I genuinely believed I might have found the one. She's smart, hilarious, sexy in that intimidating bookworm way, and she tolerates my love of dad jokes and hot wings. So when she said it was time to meet her parents, I said yes, because I'm dumb and still believed in optimism. What she failed to mention was that her parents aren't just vegans, they're full-blown evangelical plant crusaders. Her dad runs a Facebook page called Broccoli Warriors, where he posts pictures of dead animals with crying emojis, and her mom once got kicked out of a Whole Foods for trying to liberate the rotisserie chickens. Sarah told me to be respectful, and I promised her I would be, as long as no one tried to pry my steak sauce from my cold, cholesterol-soaked hands. She didn't laugh. That was probably the first red flag. Anyway, I skipped lunch on dinner day to make sure I'm actually hungry enough to stomach whatever grass-based sadness they serve. I show up in a nice shirt, freshly showered, wine in hand, organic, because I do have survival instincts, and her dad greets me wearing a kale is the new justice apron like he's about to sentence me to death via tofu. The house smells like boiled twigs and sage regret. We sit down, and the meal is indescribable. It looked like lasagna, but instead of pasta, it was raw zucchini. Instead of cheese, it was nut paste. And instead of meat, it was, I think, seasoned disappointment. It tasted like what I imagine a vegan's last breath would taste like. I chewed politely, like I'd been trained by MI6, and tried to pretend I wasn't dying inside. Then her mom, very sweetly, asked me if I'd ever considered going vegan. I said, oh, I tried once, but then I remembered I love happiness. Apparently, humor is off the menu. Silence. Then her dad pulls out his laptop and, I'm not kidding, starts playing a video compilation of animals being slaughtered while we're still eating. I'm literally trying to swallow a chickpea meatball while watching a goat get tasered in slow motion. The whole thing is in black and white like it's some twisted PETA version of Schindler's List. I started sweating. My eye twitched. I needed an escape, but the front door felt so far. And then I panicked. I clutched my chest, let out a gasp like I'd just seen the cholesterol bill from my last burger, and collapsed onto the tile floor like a sack of meat-loving potatoes. Sarah screamed. Her mom dropped her beet salad and started praying to the spirit of quinoa. Her dad stood over me and said, "This is what red meat does to you." I whispered, "Tell bacon." I loved her, and closed my eyes. The ambulance came. Paramedics checked my vitals, realized I was fine but deeply mentally unwell, and I got an awkward ride to the ER. Sarah sat beside me the whole way, dead silent, just shaking her head like she was wondering what childhood trauma led me here. The doctor said my blood pressure was fine but that I might need therapy. I nodded. Fair. She hasn't responded to my texts in 4 days. My friends call me a legend. My mom says I should start praying again, and I've decided to never fake a heart attack again unless the food looks like it belongs in a hamster's yoga retreat.